Also, during his visit to Japan, Indonesia's President Joko Widodo also welcomed a slew of Japanese investments into Indonesia, while also announcing that Indonesia would be lifting import restrictions for Japanese products from Fukushima. Metro Globe's Audrey Widodo has more on the story.
On Wednesday, Indonesian President Joko Widodo arrived in Tokyo, Japan, for his second stop of his East Asia working visit to strengthen Indonesia's economic ties with Japan. President Widodo met with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, who announced that Tokyo is loaning 43.6 billion yen, or $318 million, to fund Indonesian disaster prevention infrastructure projects. During the bilateral talk, Indonesian President Widodo discussed the Indonesian-Japan Economic Partnership Agreement, and it was then confirmed that amendment protocols are to be finalized and signed at the G20 summit in Bali later in November. The Indonesian-Japan Economic Partnership Agreement has been in force since July 1, 2008, and serves as a free trade agreement between the two countries, with clauses pertaining to free trade of goods and services, tariffs, investments, customs procedures, energy and mineral resources, intellectual property, and innovations. President Widodo also asked Japan to support the acceleration of various projects in Indonesia, from downstream of raw materials to production of electric vehicles.
Dan saya menyambut baik sejumlah investasi baru Jepang di Indonesia dan sangat menghargai proyek-proyek yang diselesaikan tepat waktu dan mengundang investasi baru Jepang lainnya di berbagai bidang. Kami terus mengharapkan dukungan pengetahuan dan teknologi baru Jepang untuk mendukung beberapa proyek strategis Indonesia, terutama untuk hilirisasi komoditas alam, pengembangan mobil dan motor listrik, serta sektor kesehatan dan pangan. Secara khusus saya mengajak Jepang untuk mendukung percepatan pencapaian target net zero emission Indonesia melalui advokasi inovatif teknologi seperti teknologi hidrogen dan amonia.
開かれたインド太平洋の新たな展開とインド太平洋に関する ASEAN アウトルックの実現に資する具体的な協力、エネルギーや投資をはじめとする幅広い二国間関係、さらには本年ジョコ大統領が議長を務められる G20 サミットに向けた協力について議論をし、各分野で
Indonesia also announced the lifting of all import restrictions on Japanese food products that were imposed in 2011 after the Fukushima nuclear crisis. Indonesian President Widodo also asked Japan to provide support in the form of reducing tariffs for several Indonesian export products, including tuna, banana, and pineapple, as well as enabling market access for mango products. There will also be more intensive cooperation between the two countries about sending Indonesian workers to Japan and preparing the prospective workers. Meanwhile, President Widodo also welcomed Japanese investments to Indonesia, including concrete investment deals from Toyota and Mitsubishi.
Dan saya menyambut baik sejumlah investasi baru Jepang di Indonesia dan sangat menghargai proyek-proyek yang diselesaikan tepat waktu dan mengundang investasi baru Jepang lainnya di berbagai bidang.
Japanese car maker Toyota plans to invest 27.1 trillion rupiah, about $1.8 billion in Indonesia in the next 5 years to produce EV vehicles, and had invested 14 trillion rupiah, about $938 million since 2019. As Indonesia is rich in supplies of nickel laterite ore that is used for lithium batteries. Meanwhile, according to the Indonesian Coordinating Minister of Economic Affairs, Mitsubishi Motors Corporation pledged 10 trillion rupiah, about $666 million, over the next 3 years from 2022 to 2025, and have invested $752.9 million at the end of 2021. Indonesia has a set target of 13 million electric motorcycles, including converted ones, and 2.2 million electric cars on its roads by 2030. Indonesia also aims to sell only electric cars and motorcycles by 2050 to replace vehicles powered by combustion engines.